Well, yes, I think indeed things will improve because if we look at the general picture, indeed China seems to be the savior of Hong Kong trade because of this cyclical rebound. So in March, I think we're looking at a narrow decline of around a negative 6%, which is quite a big improvement from the last 2 months, but still it would be still a decline. Speaking of the reason, I think Hong Kong really cannot escape from this global tech downturn because basically it affects all the demand for electronics goods. And if we look at the composition of Hong Kong export, actually, if you 75% belongs to this type of electronics products, and another 37% are semiconductors. It's very hard for Hong Kong to actually escape from this like a pressure globally. So therefore, in the short run, we will still see pressure on Hong Kong trade sector. Things will probably improve a bit more in the second half of the year.
Now, Hong Kong is an export-oriented economy. 99% of its exports are re-export. So we're tracking very closely the relationship between U.S. and China. And basically, it's been characterized as the worst ever. So what is the implication for Hong Kong if there is this continued separation?
Well, indeed, I think Hong Kong may actually feel structural pressure in its role in Asia and also in the world in terms of its role in terms of the electronics trade. Because if we look at what happened in the last few years, there are increasing basically tightness in terms of export ban or basically different trade restriction. And if that continue, it will mean that company would not need Hong Kong as a hub to actually re-export different type of goods. We already see some firms thinking of moving the logistic hub from Hong Kong to Taiwan or Singapore. It shows that decoupling may actually hurt Hong Kong future growth in terms of trade. But of course, having said that, China is still one of the biggest market in the world. If certain type of trade manage to sustain, Hong Kong will still have its role in the world. But it's just it may not be as solid and as strong as before.
Now, Hong Kong's role, that brings my next question. A headline that I've been reading is about LVMH, and they are moving their regional headquarters from Hong Kong to Shanghai. What is the implication, the symbolism of this?
Well, I guess it's just another indication of the decoupling that may happen, between China and also the West. Because if we look at the corporate strategy point of view, you see that there are more firms trying to dig into the onshore market because increasingly you have that rising middle class in China, and maybe Hong Kong may not be as important in terms of a retail hub compared to the past. And at the same time, you also have firms like Tiffany actually opening the first retail store in Vietnam. So basically, it's more like the ASEAN fast growth story, of which Singapore would actually have a better advantage in terms of capturing this opportunity. So increasingly, Hong Kong will be put in a situation that maybe there will be more pressure of it's not the only choice of entering this large Chinese market, and therefore I think it will need to offer more than the previous shopping experience that it can offer to tourists to actually retain its role.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.